I'm still just going to scroll on my phone,
All right, we'll just sit
acting
here and
like
look
if anybody's
weird.
watching, no one really cares.
Oh,
Hey,
that- that-
I see us.
there we are.
there we are. We're here. I'll be right with you. I gotta share.
Well, I just asked you right before we went on. Are you opening us and starting this?
Well,
And what was your reply?
I said yes. So
Yes.
just give me a minute.
Yes. So I'm waiting for you to
Well,
open this.
hold on. I gotta
and
watch.
start-
I can. Oh,
There we go.
there we go.
There
Okay,
go.
now hold on. I gotta start a watch party. Not that
Oh, my
Crosby. Hey, there's some people saying hello.
Hello.
Did you know that Jordan's watching?
Jordan's watching.
Yeah, we kicked him out tonight, and he's still watching.
He's still watching.
Do you think he'd be mad at us?
Oh, Tabitha, Joe.
Yeah.
Nice to
all,
see
all-
you.
all kinds of things. I can't find my share button.
Oh my word, Jordan. I'm
you
sorry.
know,
I feel for you.
I
now I know what it's like.
apparently
Basically, what happened was you guys had way too
We-
much fun last week.
we had a blast last week.
And so they said, "Hey, we got to balance that out. Let's put Bruce on." So that's why I'm
Let's
here.
let's bring it down several notches from last week.
So
there you go.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm here.
I like it. I like it.
Are you done farting around yet?
Well, no, I guess I'm not going to do a start. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? We're gonna give a few people a little longer to get on before we actually start. And I should have brought a question or something, but
You should have.
we didn't even think about it.
Nope.
But
Blame it on Corona.
what? Yeah, we did. This will upset Jordan, who's normally here. Should we tell him what we have for dinner tonight?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, it was good too.
Little Casa Grande, Jordan.
Little Casa Grande, and you missed it.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry that you weren't able to come and enjoy Casa Grande tonight with us.
You could have stayed, even though you weren't on air.
Exactly.
You could have been part of the team, but no,
No,
you chose to
no,
go
he
home.
chose just to be home with his lovely wife, and
Yep.
there you go. So, all right, what time
Trevor's
is it?
already hijacking the whole thing. Yeah. Which one of you loves Trevor more?
We are gonna. If you have any questions, you can type it in the chat, and we'll try to get to them and answer tonight. Hello everyone. Welcome to Generationally Speaking. My
Yeah.
name is Brad Maddox, and I am the lead pastor here at Crossbridge Community Church. This happens to be. This happens to be. What's your name? Bruce Colbert, the executive pastor right here, and
Yes, Jordan, we had white sauce too.
yes, white sauce too.
Yeah, he was
See?
asking.
We knew this question thing was going to be just great. So.
This is lovely.
Yeah, what we're going to do tonight is just talk a little bit about our reopening plan. There's been a lot of talk all over the internet and things of churches opening and doing different things, and we've never been your normal church, so
Far from it.
we've got some exciting things that we have
Woo, this is
planned.
exciting
It's going to be awesome. So there you go. So just to kind of get us started, just to let you know kind of how we led up to this. Honestly, we are excited about this. We're excited about what
We're excited about not doing what we've had to do forever for the last few months.
Right,
I'm so
right.
excited to actually do something else.
a little bit different, and we've been very blessed, and I love what we've been able to do. We've been able to reach a lot of people and things like that. But what we did is we met with the staff and we met with the elders, and kind of laid out a plan of what's the best avenue for us to go down. What's going to be the best for us as a church, what's going to be the best for our people. And I think we've landed in a really, really cool spot. And so there's a couple things we want to do before we actually get started and just talk about just how we want to handle this whole process.
Yeah, like the ground rules.
The ground rules.
Right, before we get to the details of what we're doing,
Right.
here's how we're going to walk through this together. as a
Exactly. And first of all, continue to pray. I mean, we need wisdom. We're all navigating this for the very first time. It's nothing that anybody has ever done before, and we're in contact with all the government agents. Not contact. We watch all
We
the
watch 'em,
all the government agencies. We've watched what other churches, big, small, and everything do. And here, we were talking a little bit about this earlier. Here's what I have kind of saw, and I want to. We don't have this problem, but I want to make sure we don't have this problem.
Right.
There's been a couple of churches that have opened, doing some different things, and there's just been chatter on the internet, on social media, on their sites and things of them nitpicking each other, just tearing each other down, saying, "Oh, why are you doing that? How did you come up with that?" And like I said, we have not had that issue, and I just want to make sure that we don't.
Yeah. So let's continue
Yeah,
with that grace.
and I have that
and
grace and know that we're in.
there's no one right way to walk through this. There's no one right answer.
Right.
We have to make decisions that we feel like are the best decisions for the overall church. And, we've discussed it as staff and with the elder team, and we feel like this is the best plan going forward. But let's just continue to give each other grace.
Yes.
It may not be perfect. We may have to
and,
change
and
it.
understand that they have, we have people in all kinds of emotional states at this point. There's some people think, well, this is no big deal. There's some people say, oh man, they're hunkered down, and we get all that, and we understand all that, and that's okay. And we've got to give each of those people grace. And like I said, we have not had this situation. I've just seen it in so many other churches, in so many other places, that I just want to make sure that we understand that, and it's about unity.
Yeah. So let's continue to be an example of what it looks like to walk through this well.
Because I think we can do this and set an example for other people. So you guys have been awesome, and we can't tell you how much we appreciate this. And what I want Bruce to do is talk a little bit about, he's been the one really pushing us about responsibility and what we need to do. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. I think part of it is, again, we have to recognize the different groups of people that are in our church. And we want to be people who are protecting those most vulnerable. We definitely want to make sure that we're not trying to do things that put people at risk. That's part of our responsibility as a church, is to show compassion for those who especially are at risk with this, in the high-risk categories.
And we know several people like that.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. We have those people in our church. And so we want to do our part to be responsible citizens in this community, and do what we need to do to keep the community safe as well. Be partnering with the community to be a part of the solution and not the problem. And so we take that responsibility
seriously,
very seriously. And yet at the same time, again, we have to balance that with we have to move forward in some areas, and we know a lot of people are ready for a change and ready for something different. And so those are the things we're balancing. But we want you to know we are definitely thinking about and concerned about how do we protect the most vulnerable risk groups.
And that's what we feel like we're called to do. So if you are in one of those high risk groups, we would just suggest you keep hunkering down and let us know how it's going. Please. Let us be able to come alongside you. We don't want to put you in any kind of danger. And then also through this whole process, as you heard everybody say, that if you are feeling bad or somebody in your family's not feeling well, man, by all means, stay home.
Absolutely. We're going to continue, even through this phase in that we're doing. We're going to continue to live stream Sunday mornings. We're going to continue to have an online presence. That stuff's not going away. We're not going to just stop doing all that because, we're going to start meeting physically again. So please, you make the decision that's best for you.
Yes.
And part of what we talked about from the grace thing is we don't want you to feel like you're being judged because of that. That's your decision.
Absolutely.
And we're fine
and
with
we
that.
encourage that, and we hold you in high esteem for that. So don't feel bad about that. We don't want to, make you feel like, oh, we need to do something.
Right.
It's your call,
it's
your decision.
call. What
Absolutely.
we're going to try to do is give you some options that you can choose from, knowing that the final decision is still yours.
Right. So just the next 2 weeks on March, I'm in the wrong month.
I hope we're not. It feels like we're still in March.
It's never going to go
like
away.
March next week. Too,
never going to go away
with the weather.
May the 10th and May the 17th, you're going to see basically the same format that you have seen before. A couple of differences as we are wrapping up Rise Up this week, and Trevor and myself actually are speaking, and we actually
Trevor.
we actually recorded it today, and I'll be honest with you, Trevor crushed it. So you are not going to want to miss Sunday. And then also next week, then I will be teaching, and we'll just do the same thing we've been doing. There'll be some different things with worship and what have you, but these next 2 weeks are going to be pretty similar to what.
So basically, the pre-recorded or recorded teaching, worship, and stuff, you won't see a whole lot of change this Sunday and next Sunday.
Correct.
We're going to continue doing what we've been doing.
But then we hit Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, and then it's a party.
Come on,
there.
Tell them what's happening.
Memorial Day weekend. So here's how we're going to start phasing back to some sense of normalcy. And we thought we'd have a Memorial Day weekend party as an outside service.
Outside
So
service.
that helps us get around some of the limitations we have in this small room with trying to get people in here and still keep social distancing. So we thought, better way to kick off the summer and give chance for people to get together, see each other, but still try to stay safe than why don't we just move outside? So Memorial Day weekend, Sunday that weekend, we will be having an outside service, and we're going to give you a few options about how you might
Right.
be a part of that service. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we'll just kind of just kind of give you a glimpse of what we're doing for the service. We don't want to give everything away, but we're planning on a full band. And it's going to be. We're not even going to teach. It's going to be music.
Yeah,
we're going to celebrate.
One of the things we've heard from so many people is that, we're getting some of the spiritual stuff. We've been doing devotionals. We've been doing the teachings, but there's just nothing that can replace being around people worshiping together. That's part of what we really miss. I miss that.
Yeah.
And so that's really what that weekend, we just want to give people a chance to get together, worship with each other again. And so it's going to be heavy on the music, light on the talk.
Right.
But that's what outside's going to be for that first week.
So your first option for Memorial Day weekend is we are going to live stream it. It may not look exactly like what we do,
Right.
but we're going to run a cable out there, and so you will be able to stay home if that's where you feel comfortable,
Yep.
and watch everything right there from the comfort of your home.
Correct.
So then the second option that you have is you can come and drive in, and there will be people out on the street telling you where to go. If you want to just park and sit in your car with the windows up. Are we going to get an FM repeater? Is that what we're going to do, or we don't know yet?
Those are the things we're still working on.
It gives us a couple weeks to prepare.
Right.
So you can either roll down your windows and listen, or you can come and just sit in your car, keep your kids in the car, and
Yeah, it'd be a drive-up theater kind of feel where we're going to have a section where you can pull up closer to where we're going to be, but stay in your car if you want to. If you just need to get out of the house, but you're not ready to actually be outside,
meet people, yeah.
come in your car.
And if you see somebody that looks like they're coming to talk to you in your car, roll up the window, and just say, no, we don't want
Especially if
any of
it's
that.
Trevor.
We're very comfortable with that. So, and then the third option is if you're feeling comfortable, we're going to have a section up by the band, and you can bring out your lawn chairs with your family and sit with your family. And then practice social distancing there is
Right.
let's not, set in big groups. We set your family there, and then, 6, 8, 10 feet, whatever you feel comfortable with, the next family can sit there. But you can get out and be right there and stand and worship and sing right there.
So sitting in your family group, but those families sitting apart from each other, you can still talk to each other and
Sure.
interact, but let's not go up and hug each other and
Nope.
sit on people's laps.
No hugs. We're putting Kim in a straitjacket that day
Right.
because she's going to be very tempted.
Yes, she will. And so, just do things that are safe. Follow the, what everybody's been saying, the CDC guidelines. Trying to just be smart about how close we are to each other and stuff like that. But man, just being able to see each other and talk and worship together,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a huge.
So again,
huge
that
thing.
starting on Memorial Day, that's 3 options. You can watch it streamed in the comfort of your house, in your pajamas with your hot cup of coffee. No issues, no problem at all. You may drive in. We'll park you. You can stay in your car. Not worry about. That's for the moderate introverts right
Yes.
there. Stay in your car.
I want a little people contact.
A
but
little
not
people,
a
but
lot.
not a lot. And then for those of you who are extroverts who are just climbing the walls right now, you can get out in your lawn chairs, still practicing social distancing. And I think we've hit everybody there. So, now let's just talk a little bit about, kind of what that's going to look like in our minds. And again, if you have questions, feel free to.
Yeah, I think we forgot to say that actually. We would love tonight. This is one of those times that if you have questions that you haven't heard us give an answer to, please feel free to put those in the chat, and we'll that's what I've been doing is trying to watch to
are you?
make sure we're catching them. And,
Yeah,
and we'll try to answer those for you.
we may not have all the answers, but and we're going to walk through a little bit of what this is going to look like. So you want to. Anything that
A couple other things when we're outside is one thing we want you to be very clear on is we are not going to be able to provide anything for kids right now separately. You're welcome to bring your kids. If you're going to stay in your car with your kids, that's great. Even if you want them out sitting with you in your lawn chair space, absolutely bring them. But what you have to understand is it will be your responsibility to keep the social distance protocols in place with your kids. The playground will not be open, so it's not go send your kids over to the playground to play during the service. And we know, and we feel bad about this. We know that that's a restriction for families with small kids. That's going to make it difficult. We have not taken that lightly, but right now we're just not at a place where we feel like.
And even
we
the
can
churches that are
open
getting
that up.
together right now, I have not seen one church that are actually going inside of a building that are doing any kind of children's ministries whatsoever at this stage. I've not seen one.
That's one of the places we just have to err on being cautious and protecting people. So kids, no kids programming. We will be actually hopefully providing something that a packet or something that they can do some activities for them, coloring sheets or something like that.
So possibly, and we're still working out the details of some of this, obviously. So as you drive in, there'll probably going to be somebody out there that will ask you, have these packages if you want one for your kids to crayon in the car or on in your lawn chairs, that they have access to.
But we just want to make it very clear that there will be no bridge kids, there will be no youth separate. It's just what we're doing in the service altogether, and that parents or whoever brings the kids, grandparents, whatever, that you are responsible for the social distancing protocols with your family. And again, that's just one of those things that we have to abide by for a while until we can get down the road a little further.
Right.
Another one is please use the restroom before you come. We will have the bathrooms open, but we'd really like to make them for emergencies only. If you have to, use it. But the fewer people that use it, the better. So just keep that in mind.
We'll go through a cleaning process before anybody gets there. The plan is to prop all the doors open, so even the doors to the bathrooms are going to be propped open. So don't go into the wrong restroom because you are walking in to the restroom, okay?
Right.
And we're even talking about, do we come in one way and exit another way? We'll figure all those kind of things out. But again, I think it's wise. Like when you're growing up, go before you leave.
Right.
But, I've got the old bladder, so I will probably be using the restroom.
Yeah, it'll probably be Brad that's the worst offender. But
Exactly.
let's try to use them the least amount of possible.
At least we possibly can. That would be.
So that's kind of what that weekend will look like, and we're gonna try it, see what happens, and we're just really looking forward to getting.
And just follow. We'll have people out there parking cars, so you'll know where to go. So and be patient because it's going to take us a little while to line up the cars where they need to go. For those who are watching,
which is another thing. It would really help us if you wanted to come a little bit early, because the cross-bridge time where everybody shows up in about a 5-minute window. Will make it a little challenging for our parking people to get everybody where they need to be.
Exactly.
So, hey, come out a little early. You haven't been out very much. Let's take this opportunity to do that.
We probably ought to tell them when we're going to do this, time-wise. Yeah.
What time are we doing it?
10:30.
Okay, let's do it at 10:30.
10:30 on Memorial Day, Sunday.
Yes.
And
what are we going to do if it rains?
If it rains, here's the plan. I tell you to
or
pray.
it's 32
please.
degrees and snowy.
Yeah,
like it
you
might
never
be
know. You never
tomorrow.
know. Hopefully, 2 weeks by now, it's gonna have to be warm. But if it's raining in the morning, the plan is to schedule it at 4:00 in the afternoon, and hopefully it will not be raining all day. But that way, if it's dried up and things, then we'll go for 4:00 in the afternoon. If it does happen to be raining all day, what we'll do is we'll bring people inside, not you people, band people and any speakers, and we'll actually shoot a video and then play it that night. But we'll know all that, so be watching Facebook.
So 10:30, possible rain time of 4:00. If both of those don't work, we'll have you stay home, and we may even try to live stream it at 4 or something from this room.
Right.
But that's kind of
it's going to be sunny.
we're headed.
It's going to be
We're not
very
have
nice.
to deal with that.
So, and just some of the things, just as you've all heard, we're going to be giving air high fives, air handshakes, virtual hugs, not contacting anyone. So,
or the elbow bump. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
That's how you make contact.
Yeah. Don't touch. Hey, don't touch. What's the rule the youth has? That's their number one rule, right?
What is it?
What is it, Trevor? Don't touch anyone. That's
it.
been
I thought it was something cool.
No, that's it. Don't touch
Don't
anyone.
touch
It's even on the chalkboard. It's
Is
in the
it?
youth room on the chalkboard.
Don't touch anybody.
One rule: don't touch anyone. That's our rule right there. Don't touch anyone that day.
Well, and so then that's Memorial Day weekend.
Right.
But then what?
We're going to have so much fun Memorial Day weekend. We didn't want to stop.
We want to do it again.
We want to do it again.
Yeah. So our plan is, what if we just did outside for 3 weeks in a row?
Exactly.
So our plan right now, and again, here's part of that grace thing. This may change. If circumstances change, we're revisiting this every week. But right now, our plan would be that we would actually do 3 Sundays in a row outside. And then we're kind of going to be reevaluating the further, a couple weeks from now, we're going to know a lot more than what we know now. So next 2 weeks are basically what we've been doing. Memorial Day weekend, May 24th, right? May 24th. And that week and 2 more weeks.
Yeah, the 31st and the 7th, I believe.
Okay.
Why someone didn't write it on our paper is
I'm
beyond
not
me.
sure. There it is. May 31st and June 7th.
Yes.
So for those 3 weeks, we're going to try the outside thing.
Right.
And then we'll reevaluate
And we'll make
see
a
where we
decision
are.
on seeing if everybody's having a great time, if it's working. We may stay out there
Yeah.
all summer. Who knows? But
Yeah, maybe-
and that is true. Is things are changing so rapidly that do we have some ideas of what we'd like to achieve? Yeah, we do. But it's all up in the air. So we're not going to make those kind of decisions yet. We know that for the next 5 weeks, we feel is a great plan
And there's lots of other things that go into it. One thing, exciting thing is we're real close actually to breaking ground on the building.
yeah.
I don't have a specific date for that yet, but there's a possibility that while we're meeting outside, the building could be being worked on. So that all has to play into this as well, and we're just not sure exactly how that's all going to
Right.
work out yet. So that's why, here's the next 5 weeks, and we'll try to keep letting you know as we get down the road a little further.
Exactly. So during this time, honestly, there's some things that we could use and we need some help with. And we'd love for you guys to engage if you have the opportunity, time, and things like that. One of the things that we know that we're going to need over the next several weeks are cleaners. People,
Yes,
and we have
cleaners.
a crew of people that come
Yep.
in and clean. We haven't used them for a while. I've actually cleaned the bathrooms myself.
Thank you, Brad.
You're welcome. They need it again.
Checking to see if we had any questions.
Yeah, I don't think we
need
have
to
any
answer.
questions yet.
We've done so well that all they're
We
talking
are explaining all this.
about is
but-
the youth rule. That's
but-
pretty much all that they're talking
Exactly. But if you have some time and would like to be on the cleaning team, we actually have all kinds of stuff on order that should be here, hopefully by mid next week, that we can really clean. We've actually cleaned all the carpets in the building.
Yep.
We got rooms locked off. We even sanitized some of the cabinets and things like in the nursery and
I
what
didn't
have
know
you.
that.
Yeah, and
Nice.
yeah, and so, but we are going to need more people than normal to help with that. And you can come in at any time. You don't have to be when someone's. You can be here by yourself. We'll let you in. We'll give you all the opportunities to do that. We would love to have some extra cleaners. So if you can spare some time, we would love that. And then even on the outside of the grounds, we are still in need of some help of some mowing team people. There's some hand mowing that needs to be done every week. There's still a section that could actually be used on the rider, trimming.
Yep. There's
Weeds.
even there's a pile of mulch that just got
Yep,
delivered
we're
that
gonna-
next week is going to go down. It's just in addition to the cleanup, since we haven't been using the facility for a while, it's springtime, and so there's normal spring things to do around outside too. So, grass is growing.
Yeah.
Stuff needs to be sprayed in the driveway, all that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
any way you want to take a break and come on out, and again, if you feel comfortable doing that, wear a mask or let us know you're coming out, and we'll try to let you know when nobody else is here. If you'd rather be out here by yourself, we would appreciate your help any way you can help.
Absolutely. And the last thing we want to do is just give you kudos.
Yeah.
Some really cool things happening around here. One is our giving.
Yeah, I was actually just right before this. I was telling Brad, we made budget last month in April with giving, which is just amazing when we haven't even been here.
Yeah. So that's you
yeah.
guys. That's
awesome. Thank you so much.
You can't. Yeah, you don't know what a load that takes off
Yeah.
of us.
You don't know how abnormal that is for churches too.
That is not what we're hearing everywhere else.
Yeah,
And
there's a
so-
lot of churches that are stressing because of the financial piece of this, and you all are doing a great job. So many people taking advantage of online giving, people sending in checks. Just the fact that through all this, you're thinking about the health and welfare of the church
Yes.
is amazing, and we don't take that lightly. We mean that. Thank you so much for continuing to support what God's doing here.
And then we've had all kinds of people give us gift cards
Yes, for people who
who are in need, and so we've been able to give some of those out. And I wish I could tell you every one of the stories. I'll get just a couple general ones. Is I know that we've helped people that has had car issues.
Yep.
Been a couple families that had transportation issues. We've been able to come alongside them and help them. I know there's been some food given away and things, and so. You are making a difference, and that's just
this
really
is,
cool.
I'm just sitting here thinking about this, and it just kind of hit me that we've talked for years, about being open-handed and being. One of our goals was to be a generous church, and during one of the hardest times in our community, we're actually seeing that, and we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And means a lot to us. Been doing something else too.
Yeah,
Why don't you talk about?
Yeah, with a place called Bright Horizons. You might have heard us talk a little bit about this, but it's actually the daycare for Lutheran Hospital, and it's where the nurses and the doctors can take
Right.
their kids while they are in the hospitals doing their doctoring and nursing. And my grandkids actually go there.
Yeah.
Your daughter Marissa is actually one of the
Tabitha
and Tabitha Coulter is one of
Tabitha,
the
you're on tonight.
teachers.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
and
shared with us.
and so. We basically adopted them, and we
Yeah.
said, "Hey, let's continue to lift them up in prayer." We've taken them some meals, we've taken them food. There's a sign going out there, and as we hear, and we don't know specific stories, but what we're just hearing the rumblings of, man, it's been really made an impact on some of the people there.
Yeah, and so again, even if you weren't somebody that went out and did that particular thing, you being a part of this church, continuing to support it financially, continuing to be someone that is praying for us, you are a part of that. You are making a difference in this community. So we just wanted to let you know that we're not just broadcasting games from this location.
Although it's fun.
Although that's fun too, and we need that. There are other things going on, and you're making a difference, and you are a part of that. So
And there's
thank
still
you.
people the men's ministries meeting.
Yep.
We talked to Craig last night, and he said, man, guys are getting together, and I know there's all kinds of watch parties going, or watch groups with YouVersion and things going on.
Yep.
Just some really cool spiritual things happening, and we couldn't be more excited
And
about
honestly, if you're hearing us say that and you're going, man, I'm not feeling that, I don't feel connected, or I felt disconnected, please get in touch with us.
Reach out to us.
Yeah, there are ways that those groups are still meeting via Zoom and things like that, and we can get you connected, so we can give you some options.
Don't
of how
feel
to
like
do
you're out there alone.
that. No, absolutely not.
Yeah. And yeah, so there you go.
All right.
Anything else?
We apparently did such a great job of explaining it that nobody has asked us a question. So we're awesome.
That means we can go to Dairy Queen or Culver's and get some ice cream now.
Yeah, Jordan, too bad.
Sorry for you, Jordan. Hey, thanks so much for joining us. And again, we could not be more excited about where we're heading, what God is still going to do. We hope that you'll join us in whatever fashion you feel comfortable with.
Yep.
And we can't wait to worship together again.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Well, have a great week. If you have any questions, replay this whole thing.
Thanks for coming.
See ya.